Hi everyone, today I'm going to be talking about 3 of Amazon's Kindle e-readers. First we have here on the left, the brand new Kindle Paperwhite in white, the Kindle Voyage, and the Kindle Oasis. So let's take a look at the differences in these devices. First of all, you have the basic Kindle, which starts at $80. You have the Kindle Paperwhite, which starts at $119. The Voyage starts at $200, and the Oasis is the high-end e-reader, which starts at $289. So what are the differences between these e-readers? Well, let's look here. We already talked about price. When it comes to the built-in light, the Kindle Paperwhite only has 4 LEDs, while the Kindle Voyage has 6, and an adaptive light sensor, so it changes based on basically the light around you. So in other words, if you're outside, it would get brighter. If you're in the dark, it will get darker. The new Kindle Oasis has 10 LEDs for enhanced page consistency, so it's the brightest and whitest of the 3. As for page turns, Paperwhite is touchscreen only. The Voyage is touchscreen plus page press, which is basically haptic feedback buttons. I'll show you those. And the new Kindle Oasis is touchscreen plus page turn buttons. Buttons have returned to the Kindle. As for resolution, all 3 of these devices are 300 ppi, making them nice, crisp HD displays. Only the Kindle Oasis has a charging cover, and allegedly, the battery life for the Paperwhite and the Voyage is weeks, and for the Oasis, it's months. I can tell you right now, the Kindle Oasis lasts a week. If you read every day, it will only last you a week. As for the Paperwhite and the Voyage, they seem to be stronger, specifically the Paperwhite, because it seems to me like the thinner these Kindles get, the worse the battery life is. All 3 of them have the option of Wi-Fi or Wi-Fi plus free 3G connectivity. And the weight is, it changes based on what you get. So in other words, if you add 3G, it gets a little heavier. If you don't have it, it's a little lighter. But the lightest of all of these 3 is the Oasis, at about 4.6 or 4.7 ounces, depending on what you get. And there are the dimensions. Screen sizes are all the same. All 3 of these devices are glare-free, and they hold thousands of books. So let's check out each of these devices. First off, here is the Kindle Paperwhite. Like I said, it just came out in white this past week. I think it's beautiful. I love the white color. There hasn't been a white Kindle in years. Probably, I think, since the Kindle keyboard. So it's a great design. Honestly, they haven't changed the design of the Paperwhite since the original one. It's been exactly the same. It's kind of a little thicker than the Voyage and the Oasis, but it's got a nice weight to it. You can hold it with one hand. The software on all of these is the same. This goes up to 24, but as the description said a moment ago, there are only, I believe it said 4 LED lights in this device. Let's just double check that. Yeah, 4 LEDs. And you can tell, because when you're reading this in the dark, it does get a little dark down here at the bottom. You can kind of see it there. And with the Voyage, it is crisp. I mean, you really can't see any issues with the way the light is spread out. And then you have the Oasis here, which, as you can see, so the Oasis, what makes it special is a few things. So all these devices have an HD display, 300 ppi, right? So you might be saying, well, what the heck's the difference? Well, obviously the difference is that, the Oasis has more and brighter lighting than these other 2 Kindles. It's also the design. So the Oasis has this interesting design. It's meant to be ergonomic. So it's thicker here, so you can cradle your fingers around the device. It's very thin here. And then here are the buttons. So you can page forward or backward. Here, let's go into a book. So you can go forward, back, and then if you were to flip it, it automatically rotates And the buttons change too. So the top one would be forward, the bottom one would be back. And you can, it's up to you, you can pick what you want each button to do. One of the trade-offs with this is, it's thinner, it's lighter, it's brighter. However, an issue is that it doesn't have a light sensor like the Voyage. So the Voyage, on the back of it, it has this. So like I said before, if you are in your bed at night and you're trying to read and you don't want to disturb your significant other, it will automatically decrease the brightness on the screen if you have it set to do so. That is a nice feature. Some people have complained about the Oasis not having that feature, because considering the Oasis is the most expensive Kindle, you would think it would have everything, but it doesn't. Another thing that sets the Oasis and the Voyage apart are they have a glass screen, which you can see here. It's an edge-to-edge display, which is nice. It prevents a lot of the dust and things like that from getting into the Kindle, because with this device you can see it dips in a little, so you can get certain things caught in there. So this is the Voyage. The Voyage is a nice device, but it doesn't have real buttons. So if you're reading, it has these haptic feedback buttons. So you push it, it vibrates a little, just to give you the sensation of a button. So people are very happy about the Oasis, which finally returns to real buttons. I have to tell you, the Oasis is very light. It's perfect to hold. I constantly, when I read on it, switch hands. It's terrific for that reason. So if you don't mind spending a pretty good chunk of change, the Oasis is a terrific device. The only thing is the battery life really isn't that great. Like I said, it could last you maybe a week, but it comes with this charging case, right? So when this starts to die, what you do is you open up the charging case and you just slide the Kindle in, like so. Boom, it's magnetic. And then you just go like that to lock it, and that's the battery. So what happens is when it's plugged in, if you go up here, it will tell you what the battery life is of the Kindle itself and the battery life of the cover. So when you charge the device, it actually charges the cover and the Kindle at the same time. So that is useful if you're going to be on the road for a little bit. You don't need to worry about necessarily charging your Kindle. However, the battery life on the Voyage is better, in my opinion, than the Oasis, and in my experience, the Paperwhite's battery life is even better. And that's because it's just not as thin. It doesn't require as much horsepower, I suppose. So it doesn't drain as quickly. So, bottom line is this. If you're looking for the most bang for your buck, the Kindle Paperwhite is the way to go. If you want a device that is, more of a premium product, the Voyage is probably your best bet. If you need something that's ergonomically sound, incredibly light, great HD display, just basically top of the line, then the Oasis might be for you. So all three of these devices are terrific. It really comes down to personal preference and how much money you're willing to spend. So that is it. That's the new white Kindle Paperwhite, the Kindle Voyage, and the Kindle Oasis from Amazon. All of these devices are available right now on Amazon.com. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you enjoyed the review. I look forward to talking to you soon. Bye.